Yay, we finally got it figured out. Thank you so much, everybody, for your grace and patience. I am without power and internet, so we are punting tonight, and Shelly and Jeff are good sports, and we're going to be having a great night tonight. I'm so excited that you all jumped on for Team Call. My name is Sarah Howarda, and I'm a Sapphire Ambassador. And joining me tonight on this call is Shelly Leys, a Ruby Ambassador on my team, along with her husband, Jeff. And Jeff is president and COO of Novo Building Products. And he's kind of a big deal in the business world, but he's a humble man. So I'm going to toot his horn for him tonight. He knows business. Let's just say he knows business, and we want to learn from him and what he has to say tonight. So I'm looking forward to hearing what both he and Shelly have to say. A bit of backstory on my business journey, just to kind of set up this call a little bit, and why I'm so passionate about this business model, why I want you to hear about it from someone who knows. It's changed my life in dramatic ways. Has it always been easy? Nope. Has it had moments and seasons in my business where I've sometimes wanted to cry and I've wondered? Yep. But it's always been worth it, especially in the hard. The easy seasons, the easy parts of this business build our businesses. The hard parts and the hard seasons build us, build our character, build our grit, build our strength. And if it's meant to be built, it's up to me. Either way, we build something. We get to build something, right? So I'm going to keep on building. 6 years ago, as a stay-at-home mom for 15 plus years, I was faced with the reality of having to go back to work. I was in knots about that. I didn't want to be a mom divided. Kudos to all of you amazing moms out there that work outside of the home. You guys are my heroes. And at that time, I started to pray and ask boldly, God, I need to be able to contribute financially to my family, their needs, and this is the right time for me to go back to work. Can you lead me to a job where I work from home, where I serve others, where I use my talents and my skills, where I make a healthy paycheck that truly helps my family financially and helps us give more? Where I can have fun and enjoy what I do, where I make a difference, where I get to travel, where I have fun in my job, in that setting, and where I enjoy my coworkers. I don't need any prior experience or a new degree. I didn't think this type of job existed. That's a lot of check boxes, right? But why not shoot for the moon and get what I prayed for? God can give you more than you can think, imagine, or ask for. And this opportunity does exist. I just had to say yes and go to work to make it happen. Many wonder, can you really make a decent living doing this thing called network marketing? Sharing on social media, sending messages, connecting with people to build relationships? Yes, most definitely it is possible. From product costs covered to making an extra income on top of free products, to making extra residual income or 6 figures or more a year if you work this like your plan B. But I know many people are skeptical about this line of work. You or your spouse may be hesitant to see this as the amazing opportunity that it is. There are a lot of misconceptions about network marketing, or there is a mystery surrounding network marketing that clouds this opportunity in many ways, keeping you from pursuing it like a job. I hope my story and what Shelly and Jeff share tonight helps you see the reality of what this business model can do, why it's an amazing decision for Plan A work, and why going all in is a wise business decision. Take it away, Shelly and Jeff.
Hey, thanks so much, Sarah. Okay, so this is Jeff, and he is kind of a big deal. He gets teased about that a lot, but he is super humble, and he is a servant leader. I learned about servant leadership and John Maxwell type principles from Jeff over the last 3 decades. We're celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary the end of next month. I am super proud of him. And when you hear a little bit more of his story, I think you'll see why. So I'm going to let you start.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. That's a lot of build up. Hopefully I don't disappoint. But when Sarah left some messages about what the theme that the desire for me to talk through, I just wrote this down. Hopefully it captures, theme wise, supporting Shelly with business reasons to support Plexus and their go-to-market strategy. Okay, so hopefully I encapsulate that. A little bit of my background. I graduated from Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I got a secondary ed degree with a history major. Okay, but I never taught in school as a teacher. Shelly and I got married young. We're only 37, and it's our 30-year anniversary. So having
we're not 37.
having a kid right away, man, I had to go to work right away, right? And so I started in the building industry at a local lumberyard. That lumberyard grew to be the second largest lumberyard in Michigan at the time. And then I made a jump at 36 and kind of that, what am I going to do with the rest of my life type of thing. Did very well at the local lumberyard. And I jumped to the distributor level. So just about 16 years now, and a building material distributor called now Novo Building Products. And a little bit about my progression. I started as director of strategic marketing, kind of what does that title mean? Moved into director of Midwest sales, so responsible for the whole Midwest. Then senior director of pro dealer. So if you think about lumber yards versus a national home center like Lowe's, selling to the lumber yards across the country. Then moving into the general manager role. So now is my first P&L, profit and loss responsibility for a division of our company, to being vice president of national home centers. So our company sells Lowe's. We've got about 700 Lowe's stores that we sell to, and I was responsible for that whole sales group. Then I took on corporate marketing on top of that, along with business development. Was then promoted to the senior vice president of sales and marketing for the whole company, and then into the role that I'm in today as president and COO. Along the ways, when we had gaps, looking for people, I took on supply chain, I took on operations. So within the distribution world, I've handled pretty much every aspect of the business other than finance. Okay. So with that, now Shelly, why don't you just give a little bit more on your why?
My why. Okay. So 10 years ago, my health was spiraling downward, and one of our kids was having focus issues at school. And we were desperate for a natural way to address the issues we had. And so that led us to changing things in our diet and added in a lot of supplementation. And we saw significant improvement, but we kind of hit a plateau. And so I decided to try Plexus. I honestly didn't expect it to work because I was spending a lot more on supplements prior to Plexus. But within 5 weeks, things had changed drastically for me. And I knew that I needed my kids on those products too, because it's not just health issues. It's stabilizing your day-to-day mood, right? It affects the whole family. And so when I saw success, I knew I had to share, because I had a lot of friends and even students dealing with those same issues, looking for a better natural way to address them, a way that worked with their bodies and didn't add more side effects. So I started sharing, and that is still my purpose. Initially, we needed more income. That was a need. Still have kids in college. We have 6 kids, so lots of college, weddings, a lot of expenses. That need isn't the same as it was 5 years ago, but my purpose and my why has remained unchanged. People need these products. Families need these products. Changes the whole dynamic in your home when people have balanced blood sugar. That's not a little thing, guys. It really isn't. And families need this financial opportunity. They need stress relief when it comes to finances. And they always have. But I think we all know in the last year or so, people are feeling that need even more. So that is why I continue to share. It is my deep desire to help people in their journeys to better health and financial freedom.
All right. Okay, so there's three things that I really wanted to talk about regarding this journey that Shelly and I have been on. The first is the Shelly and Jeff team. Okay. The second is how I view Plexus as a company. And the third is my time at the convention in June. Okay. So when you see us together, you don't see us individually. It's Jeff and Shelly or Shelly and Jeff. And I just gave you my progression through my last 16 years at the place that I work today. And there's no way I could have done that without the support of Shelly. Okay. All the late nights, all the travel, at one point with 6 kids, I was traveling 75% of the time, so that, think about that household with me gone 3 out of every 4 weeks. So without her buy-in, I'm not in the position that I am in today. So, yeah, but it's more than that. It was more than just, hey, Shelly's taking care of the house and I'm out following my career path. It was, she believed in my call to be where I was, in the place that I was. And we didn't start with, well, I'm going to be president someday, right? It was, hey, I think this is where I'm called to be for whatever season that's going to be. And this is what it takes to be all in my role, whatever role that was, including the one I have. I don't know if you know this, but Shelly hosted 25 people last Tuesday night from Texas at our house.
That was Wednesday.
On Wednesday. On Tuesday, she hosted 25 people. That was a different group from
It was
work.
a retirement party for someone from work.
So I got her out of hosting 30 people tomorrow. So that kind of gives you an idea of the Jeff and Shelly team. Okay. My career is not Jeff, it's Jeff and Shelly. Okay. The other part of this is, you just heard Shelly's why. Okay. So for us as a team, her why becomes my why. Just like her investment in my why becomes her why. So that's how we work as a team together. So then Plexus is a company. I always look to purpose statements and mission statements. That's the first thing when Sarah said, hey, would you willing to do this? I heard it at convention. I wrote it down. I went to the mission. I went to the website. I looked it up. And, the purpose statement of Plexus is to help improve the lives of others. That's supported by the mission of to ignite hope, health, and happiness. This resonates with me. It actually corresponds a little bit with what we've developed as our purpose statement, which is to develop and empower our people to serve each other and our customer beyond their expectation with 3 things: to be the preferred choice of our customer, to be the best partner to our vendor, and to be a great place to work for our people. In Plexus, as a direct to consumer, being a great partner to your vendor doesn't really impact you guys, but the other two, being the preferred choice of your customer and being a great place to work, kind of does. So that mission and vision really, really resonates with me, but it's easy to say, but requires a lot of sophistication. This call that you have every week, at 9 and 9:30, book club, the community that's built, the accountability, the checking in, the knowing that you're there at a intimate level rather than just I'm a peer-to-peer or I'm your boss type of thing. That's how you guys improve the lives of others. You're there for them. How do you ignite hope and health and happiness? Well, you got great products. You've got great people, and it's infectious. You want to be a part of this. So that's simple. It's intuitive, yet it requires a whole lot of effort on your part and Plexus corporate part. Okay. Somehow Plexus has been able to get a whole bunch of individuals to do what they do best, share their story. You know, how does Jeff and Shelly come onto a call, record on Zoom and share their story? So that in itself is pretty remarkable. It's a testament to all of you, but it's also a testament to the company itself, living out its purpose and its mission. So let's talk about the products, because it all falls flat if the products don't work. I don't care if it's a traditional, structured company or a direct to consumer or a multi-level marketing. If the products don't work, it doesn't matter how good your people are. It doesn't matter how good your messaging is. People just won't do it. Okay. So the products are outstanding. How do I know? Because I take them, and I'm a stats guy. So every year, in order to save $600, we do biometric screening at our workplace. I've never gotten the 99 that Jacqueline Cooper got. Okay, because I'm fat and I'm old. I'm typically a lot lower than that, but I pass. But my numbers on the biometric screening increase since every year that I've been on these products. I've gotten better. Okay, my weight really hasn't changed. My age has, and my numbers have improved. So that tells me that these products, if you commit to them for the long haul, will work, right? If you say, I don't see a change in 2 weeks, then they're not going to work. And that's why this team works to say, hey, this is a lifestyle, it's a commitment. And let's walk alongside you on this. So then let's talk about the Plexus go-to-market strategy. Every company has a go-to-market strategy, every single one in the world. Okay, if they don't, they're crazy. Nothing happens by accident. You have to have a strategy to bring your products to market. Plexus develops, manufactures, and sells products directly to consumers. That's different, but not unlike most other companies. The company I lead is in the distribution space. We provide a service upstream to manufacturers and downstream to home centers and retailers. So we take a small group of manufacturers that go into a larger group of distributors that go into a lot of different retailers, so all the consumers can access our products. But when you look at that, the manufacturer earns margin on the sale to the distributor earns margin on the sale to the retailer earns a margin on the sale to the consumer. Okay, you got 4 points of margin in a very simple supply chain, all of which are returning profits to their shareholders, their owners, okay, and distributing those profits to a small group of people. So when you look at the cost from manufacturer to consumer on a traditionally, like my business and the place that I'm in, we're all optimizing our cost to serve and generating as much margin as we possibly can to provide a return to our shareholders. Salespeople in manufacturing and distribution, they earn commission. Okay, some of the highest paid people at the distribution level in a company are the salespeople. Highest risk, they don't sell, you don't get paid. Okay. But when you do sell, you get paid quite a bit. In our company, the highest paid person is not the president and COO, it's one of the sales guys. Okay. So again, very small group that get to reap the reward of the products. So this is where Plexus is different on their go-to-market strategy. By using network marketing or multi-level marketing approach, selling the consumer direct, Plexus has really streamlined the value chain. Okay. This puts them in a position to invest in fulfillment. Okay. Getting that product from the manufacturing direct to the person that's going to use it requires very sophisticated fulfillment, because we live in the day and age where I order it on my phone today and I want it here tomorrow. That's a lot of sophistication. So taking out steps in the chain allow them to invest in fulfillment, and allows them to invest in products, research, development, launching new products, rebranding, remessaging existing products. It allows them to invest in messaging, equipping all of you, its sellers, with the tools and language to help others make an informed decision, right? You heard Shelly say, I went on a 5-year journey of researching supplements, finding a different solution, trying to attack gut health. You don't convince Shelly Leys of something if your messaging isn't real, true, and authentic. Okay. And Plexus is able to do that well. Training, significant training opportunities like this, like convention, like retreats, like Gold School, that inspire, they educate, and build relationships. And then the compensation. With Plexus, you get a very fair compensation plan for those representing the products. Allows the direct seller to share in the profitability of the company. So the corporation is really taking earnings and redistributing them out to those that are using the product. I think that's way different than, when somebody goes to Home Depot or Lowe's and buys a piece of casing that my company distributed there. That person isn't getting a share of the profit of the sale of that piece of casing. But as ambassadors, when you're selling Nerve or you're selling Ease, and you're using it and you're representing it, you're getting a share of the profit that's generated from the sale of that product. That's completely different. Okay? And frankly, it's scary for traditional businesses, because all of a sudden there's a couple links in the chain that don't provide value upstream or downstream anymore, and they lose their ability to generate that profit. In my mind, most of the skepticism I hear regarding multi-level or network marketing companies is around the thought that, hey, this could be a Ponzi scheme. You can't trust that. People go to jail, or there's a pyramid here, and the pyramid is bad. But generally speaking, all companies have some sort of decision-making tree, decision-making hierarchy. How you guys go to market is your decision on how you go to market. Whether you use Facebook or whether you use, invite people into your home, that's your decision on how to do that. You guys are the ones representing the brand. That's a lot of trust that the corporation has given to thousands of people on their hard-earned investment in product, messaging, training. Okay. They're empowering you in things like this, develop you to be able to achieve whatever the why is that you have. Okay. So the compensation model rewards the direct seller for behaviors Plexus fosters, which is to improve the lives of others and to ignite hope, health, and happiness. That's a big deal. Okay. And for me, what it comes down to is, would you rather support a company that shares its profits with a very select few, or a company that shares its profits with those who use their products. That's a pretty big message, right? So the last thing to talk about from my perspective is, because I know we're getting close on time here, is the Plexus convention. I got to be honest with you. When Shelly said, "Hey, Jeff, I want you to the Plexus convention," I was like, is Phil going to be there?
He totally did ask. He wanted to know which men were going to be there so he would have friends.
And then I'm like, but I saw her face and I was like, how can I not go? Right? How could I not go to the convention? I'd heard a lot about the past conventions, and every time Shelly's come home from a convention, being with all of you, the relations that are built, I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. I get to see maybe a different side of Shelly that I don't get to see every day. So I was a little leery of the stories of silent disco. And then when she started talking to me about outfits I might have to wear, I began maybe second guessing some of this.
He is such a good sport.
You know,
I don't know if you all saw him in his gold shirt, but maybe I'll have to put it in the comments of the recording of this, right, so you can see.
So here's what I saw and experienced, okay? Information. There was a significant amount of information shared at convention, whether it's about products, new releases, how to leverage your time, how to prioritize, how to build a support network, how to support those in your tribe. You know, there was a ton of information that was directly applicable. So my next point is direction. Information that was directly applicable to the business, but in then normal life. You know, I thought the Plexus team was very effective in casting the vision and theme for the year, how the vision fits with the purpose to improve the lives of others through the mission of igniting hope, health, and happiness. And then inspiration happens, right? When you have a corporation, a company, a senior leadership team that's in sync with its sales force, okay, then inspiration happens. The time at convention was not just inspiring for all of you. I was like, wow, I can go to my job and be better, right? Because how am I looking at people? How am I viewing the person in front of me? What is my posture in listening to them? Do I start with position or am I open? Am I listening? What's the process that I go through there? You know, it was inspired. I mean, it was geared to inspire everyone there to sell more product, but you know, there's no hiding that. That's why it exists, to sell product. It's a for-profit company, and I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. However, I felt it went deeper than just corporate and employee. There was a definite sense or spirit of investment in the people that were there in that building, whether it was the daily schedule or the events at night. And at the events at night, that's where I saw relationships. People really liked being with the people that they were there with, right? And I got to see Shelly, not just as mom and wife. I get to see her in a whole different element. Okay, like at convention, Shelly wasn't Jeff's wife. Jeff was Shelly's husband. Okay, and for my whole career, when she walks in at Novo Building Products, oh, there's Jeff's wife, right? So me going to convention being Shelly's husband, and she's the big deal. That was really, really cool. Really cool for me. It's something I hope my kids see, and I think, having them see mom as this rock star at convention with all these people would be really cool, whether it was riding 6 hours in the car and debating the merits of different German sausage with Lisa, or, wearing a sequence shirt to 80s night. The cool thing for me was to get to see Shelly engage with the people she enjoys with, the people that are on, many of you that are on this call, and many that aren't. So, bottom line for me is, how could I not support Shelly on this venture? You've got a great company, you've got great products, you got a corporation that believes in you and sets you up for success, and you've got within your sales organization leadership that invests in meetings like this, in book club, in gatherings, whether it's Christmas or whether it's in the summer. This is a unique community that is very difficult to replicate in any business. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Sarah.
I absolutely agree. Nothing like our team or Plexus.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on tonight, Shelly and Jeff. I just love you both. I'm so thankful for you both. You were speaking truth. The chat was blowing up. It was really, really amazing. So thank you so much for sharing your heart about this. The wise decision it is to partner with this particular company, for sure. Why we'd want to particularly partner with this company to change lives. Absolutely, first and foremost. And you just nailed it. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for being on.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Don't leave.